Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed during this program do not necessarily represent those of the FloBro Show. The claims made by Just stop being so sensitive.
I imagine it's probably like running rampant with influencers out there taking selfies.
Yes, they make influencer beds. So instead of hog beds that the pigs make, they make influencer beds in the flowers.
Like, what do you mean? Like they put a blanket down?
No, if you walk around, if you walk around a field and you see like dirt dug up, you're like, oh man, there are hogs here.
Yeah.
If you walk around the flower field, you'll see sections of flowers smushed down where it's like a perfect shape of bodies. That's an influencer bed because they sit there and take pictures.
Thank you for tuning in to the FloBro Show, presented by FLOrigins. So welcome to the FloBro Show. I am JD with FLOrigins. Over here is Aaron, your Florida guy. Blake, Natural Born Filmmakers. And today, as a guest, we have Rachel Hunsader with Hunsader Farms. All right, so it's fall time in Florida, and we are geared up for pumpkin spice. Woo! We've got Hunsader Farms out east off of 675, and you guys are getting ready for the pumpkin festival. It's a pumpkin
festival. When we were little, we would call it the pumpkin festival. We thought it was festival.
The pumpkin festival.
Yep.
So it's the last 3 weekends in October, and tell me what you guys got going on out there.
Oh man,
it keeps getting bigger every year. It's bigger now than when it was when I was a kid. Y'all go all in with all the goodies you got going for the childrens, and even the adults have fun with it.
Yeah, you've been around for a long time too. How many years has it been?
This year will be 33.
Wow.
33 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was 10 months old for the first one.
Yeah.
So,
so you just said your age.
Yep, I did.
we tricked you into it. You're never supposed to ask women's age.
That's how I know. That's how I know how many years it's been. I'm like, I'm gonna be 33. It's the 33rd year.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we have live bands that play all day. We have craft vendors, a bunch of food vendors, shows. This year I just got finished putting all the shows on the website. So we have the Fearless Floras, which his kids go inside that big metal ball.
I know about them.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys been to the festival?
Yeah,
it's been a few
constantly.
years,
We used to have tents set up there. We sold wreaths and stuff a few years back.
I've gone
What'd
every
you
year.
sell? Oh, wreaths.
Wreaths, yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, we had a tent set up with we had a bunch of different wreaths, like 4th of July wreaths and
Oh my gosh.
Christmas wreaths and
That's
just decorative
super cool.
wreaths, and we did it for 3 or 4 years, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
so
a small world.
we've been out there selling stuff before, and when I was a kid, I remember being 5, 6 years old, going out there to the Christmas thing and the fall thing.
Yeah.
So I definitely know all about all the, and now you got monster trucks and stuff out there too, like that.
Yeah. So the monster trucks is one. We have Bello Knock coming out and his daughter Annalise Knock. We have a dinosaur experience. I think it's a big. I really actually don't know. I haven't seen it, but
Are they real dinosaurs?
yes,
Alligators and iguanas.
I've seen the movie. That doesn't work out.
it's just big costumes. I think there's someone in it, or they're remote control
those
or something.
really cool looking, realistic
Yeah.
looking. Those are cool.
Animatronics, maybe?
No, not that fancy. What else is coming? Oh, BMX, FMX.
Stunt shows. I've been going for the past 7 years.
Yeah.
I go every year. It's great. I wake up and it's my thing.
Down on the farm, huh?
Down on
He's
the
like,
farm.
even if I don't want to, I
Even if
go.
I don't want to, I go every time. But yeah, what else is going on?
Show wise?
Yeah.
You got a lot of
I'm trying to think.
bluegrass and country artists.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good too. I enjoy it when I go out there.
Yeah, we have Highway 41 South Bluegrass Band. They're going to be there the last weekend. One Night Rodeo. They're going to be there all 3 weekends. They're well known in Bradenton, Sarasota area. Who else do we have? Bob and Tom. They do oldies. They do classic rock, some country. And the Big Z Band. They're kind of like Bob and Tom a little bit. So we have everything. I mean, there's country, there's bluegrass, classic rock,
Like it actually
oldies.
feels like a fall festival because of the music.
Oh yeah.
You get in the mood because of that music.
You have a lot of vendors there. You
Oh, yeah.
have animals that the kids can ride, right? There's like a small carnival.
There's a circus.
Circus, yeah. But isn't there like a pony the kids can ride around in?
Yeah, we have pony rides.
Yeah, you got a pony
Yeah,
ride.
you got an
like
actual
a petting zoo.
bumblebee transformer that turns into a robot.
Oh, yeah.
that guy's always there.
Yeah.
Last year you had like a couple like lowriders and stuff there too doing
Yeah.
lowrider stuff.
And you got a butterfly tent.
We have
And
a
then you have
vendor.
a corn maze. You have like that old western. You got a western town.
Train
you have
rides.
the train
Train.
going around. You got the
My daughter
trolley
loves the
that
train
takes
rides.
people around, right? You got the trolley. Isn't like a wagon on the.
There's a
Oh, the
hayride.
hayride.
We have a
Yeah.
hayride. Yeah.
Yeah, hayride. So that everything.
Plus the food.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I gain like 10, 15 pounds every time I go to the fall
So
festival.
we're gonna be out there. The
Yeah.
Flow Bros.
FLOrigins and the FloBro.
Yeah, we're gonna go out there, right?
Yeah, we
Are
probably
going out
should
there?
We're going out
probably
there.
should mention that.
Yeah,
shouldn't
well,
we?
We're gonna be
just
there.
Remember, we're going out there.
Yeah.
Those weekends, right?
Yeah, we'll have a tent in front of the craft area. So if you go to the festival and you look on the map, wherever the craft vendors are, the craft area, we're going to be like right there in the front whenever you, if you want to go find us, that's where we're going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna have
Shaking-
our we're gonna
kissing
have our
hands and
micro
shaking
we're gonna
babies.
have our microphone
I'm
out
sorry,
there.
kissing babies and shaking hands.
Wait, what did you say?
Never mind.
That was an old guy joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was
good.
something from a Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, we got a little portable microphone. We're gonna be out there doing a little question and answer thing
Yeah.
out there, and then
Yep.
just hitting people with some random questions and just kind of
Yeah.
maybe we'll get the next Haktua girl on our
Yep.
on our
So yeah, if
interview.
you want to be
About
the
video.
next country bumpkin hawk tour from Manatee County, come meet us out at the
Yeah,
Hunsader
come make
Farm.
a scene on camera.
Oh yeah.
We'll be
Yeah.
out there at the farm.
We're going to try to get the people that have been on our podcast, our guests, to come out so you can meet them if you want to. We'll probably post when they're going to be there on certain days, and you can come out and meet them, meet us, talk to us. We got going to have maybe some merch and stuff. If you want to buy some FloBro merch or FLOrigins merch.
We're gonna have Flow Ho merch too.
We're gonna have
so
Flow
for all
Ho
the ladies
merch.
out there who
Yep.
want to be called a hoe but without the hard E,
Yeah.
we've got it for you.
So I'm not trying to be weird here, but I sense some chemistry between you guys. I
Yeah.
think there might be more than just a little interview thing going on here.
You got
Nah,
shades on the
he's
side.
She is
Something
cute.
like that.
She is cute.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's my flow hoe.
She's your little hoe.
You guys didn't get that. Rachel is my wife.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. So you may not have got some of that stuff leading
Hold
up to
on.
this point.
Hold on, I didn't know this.
Not as outgoing as Blake, obviously.
She's just better looking than me, so
Oh
it's
my God.
we had to bring her on camera. What?
You guys balance each other.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Blake
make
is definitely
we make a good team for sure.
Very chill.
and you're not. you crazy?
Well, no, like you're chill when it
like in
comes.
conversation with people and crowds and stuff.
But
or-
you're more outgoing with crowds and people and talking to people. I'm more shy,
yeah.
but I run around a lot more, and I get stressed about
Oh yeah.
things easier. And then he's just like, oh, like there's a tornado warning one day.
I'm trying to sleep.
No, this was not that time.
Oh yeah. Well, we actually saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, and my grandma called me. She's like, "There's a tornado heading towards the farm." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And we lived in a manufactured home, so we had to go into like one of our bathhouses that was like concrete.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Come on, Blake, we gotta go." And we have like our dog with us, and then I'm like just slipping my flip flops on. I was gonna go barefoot. He's like finding his socks in the dryer. He's picking out what shoes he wants to wear. He's like looking for a hat. I'm like,
Plus, like a
I'm-
change of clothes for like a week in case
Yeah,
the house gets
that's what
destroyed.
I
Like,
was.
I'm about to leave.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
Hold on, honey, I gotta grab the guns
Yeah.
too.
And no joke, like the wind and rain was sideways. It
Yeah.
was nuts. It was like a hurricane outside. It was like straight sideways, and she's
Yeah.
freaking out, like, we gotta go. And I'm like, well, I need to wear shoes. Like, I'm like,
What if I
I'm
get
good.
sucked up with no shoes on?
it's funny, like
Yep.
we've talked about this in my house too. Like if we ever had like a house fire or something,
Yeah.
I'm like, kids, dog.
Yeah.
And if the house hasn't burned up yet, I'm emptying the closet out the window. Like I'm throwing all of our, I'm sliding the bedroom window open. That's my way out. And as the fire is coming towards the bedroom, I'm gonna get as much of our stuff, the Xbox, everything. It's all going out the window. Like I'm staying in
Priorities.
the house and I'm getting as much of our stuff out of the house as I can before the fire comes
Yeah.
towards the bedroom. And
Yeah.
if the fire starts in my bedroom, we're
Yeah.
getting all the kids' stuff out their windows and keeping
Yeah.
as much stuff as we can. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in there until the last possible minute.
Yeah.
when I'm on the ground, crawling around on the floor like I learned in that trailer back in the day.
I was gonna say, bring
and I'm
that
gonna
up.
be reaching up from the floor, pulling the bottom shelf clothes out, and then I'm finally like, smoke's here, I'm out of here.
You just gotta stay low.
That's our escape plan in the
So,
house.
kids, I urge you to not take this advice to heart because he's doing this for his family.
Let your parents do it.
Yeah, let your parents do it. There you go.
Get out of the house as fast
Children
as
get out
possible.
quickly. Let dad get all the stuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are the dates for the Pumpkin Festival this year?
October 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th, 26th, 27th.
Nice. Those weekends, Saturday, Sundays, the last 3 weekends in October. And it's, what's the admission fee?
It is $15 to get in, and kids 10 years old and under are free. And that $15 covers all of the shows, covers the craft show, the live music, and all of the shows that I'm talking about includes like Bello, the BMX, FMX, the monster trucks. We have Lynn the Mime. He has been at SeaWorld for like 30, 40 years. And he's like popular like on TikTok and stuff. So he'll be there. The Wall of Death, Motodrome. They're only going to be there the second 2 weekends, the last weekends. But that's all included. Once you pay $15, you can go to any of those shows. And those aren't any extra cost. The hayride is free.
And the little mini circus is free.
Yeah, the circus is free. The petting zoo, Tiny Town, kids games, that's all free with admission. So the only thing that you'd have to pay for are like the train rides. Those are $3 a person. Food, obviously, yeah. And like outside vendors coming in. So the pony rides, that's not us. And the corn maze, that's an extra cost on our end. But you can go. I mean, some people say they come and they don't spend anything. I mean, maybe besides food, but you can bring your own food in if you don't want to spend money on food. We just don't allow alcohol. So you can bring in, your drinks, food. We just don't allow big coolers because we don't want people sneaking in alcohol.
Yeah, that's a good call because that's a family fun event, and when you start serving alcohol, allowing people to do that, it gets out of control, and then you gotta have the popo show up, and
then the
so
heat
you
gets
don't have
involved.
here.
Well,
Right.
we
When it
have
gets hot and people are drinking.
Yeah.
We do have popos.
We do have some sheriffs walking around, and they're like, we love working this event because there's no alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes it so much easier.
There's always like one incident where like people will get mad about something, but usually, it's very rare where there's like an incident or something.
I've been there for years, and I've never seen anything.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
heat stuff. Like if it's hot, like a lot of years, sometimes
like
it'll be hot,
medical.
so then
Do
they
you
won't
guys
drink
have
a lot
like
of
little
water.
misting area? Wasn't there like an area you could
Yeah.
walk, had like a little mist?
In the years past, we've had the mister thing. You can walk through in the shade.
Yeah.
Where we usually keep the kids trained. We'll have that going.
So aside from the mime coming from SeaWorld, do you have any other guests from SeaWorld coming? Like, just Shamu or anything?
Yeah.
I was like, where are you
Going
going?
in a giant tank.
Just curious if there's any other SeaWorld guests coming. No.
Nah.
Oh man.
You got some ponds on the property out there you can accommodate.
Another thing that's out there, which it's already booked up, which is something you have to book in advance, is the KOA campground is on the farm property. We have the campground, and that's a huge thing that you can camp there during the Pumpkin Festival weekends, which is a super popular thing, right?
Yeah, and it does fill up fast. I think we do have some spots left, but it's nice because when you book your site, you are also paying for the entry to the Pumpkin Festival. So that's already included, but you get a wristband. So you can go back to your camper, go back to the festival throughout the day and just come and go. So, if you're walking around, if you're walking around,
I'd
you
almost
get
rather
hot.
do that. I live here, and I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
It is fun. People,
Yeah.
they love it. And you have to come in on Friday. So check-in has to be on Friday, and then check-out has to be Sunday night or Monday morning because we have that whole front area blocked off. So if you need to leave, though, we have a back way.
Yeah.
But check-in and check-out.
Well, I know based on being out there selling stuff, we met people from counties all over the place. It's not just Manatee County. I mean, I met people from like Hardy County, DeSoto, Charlotte, and Hillsborough. I mean, there's people like Polk County. So people come from a pretty good distance away to come to this thing. It's a huge thing. Like I don't think you're giving enough credit for how big of a pumpkin. It's like the biggest pumpkin festival like in the area, really. I mean, it's huge. I mean, we've been doing it for a long time, and it's my daughter's favorite thing. Every year when it's over, she asks when it's happening again, and we have to tell her like it's a solid 360 days away, like, you know, whatever. And it's like, she loves it, and she, you know, she's asking, she knows fall time's coming up, and she can't wait to go again. And one of her first memories is, I think it was the Kraken monster truck was out there doing some stuff, and I think I got a picture of her when she was like 2 years old watching this thing, and all these other kids are terrified, and she's up on my shoulders just like mind blown by this monster truck.
That's cool.
To where I had to go home and find Monster Jam and stuff on
really?
YouTube for like a month.
Wow.
She was like 2 years old, and all she wanted to do was watch Monster Truck. So I would just go on there and find Monster Jam on YouTube and let it run. And
that's cool.
she'd sit there, and she learned her first curse word from watching it. I started out with like the filmed ones, like the Monster Jam on TV, like the actual televised ones. You know, I got her watching it, and I'm out there doing dishes and doing all this stuff, and it kind of, you know, as the videos play, the playlist eventually goes into people's cell phone videos. This truck does this huge flip, crashes. The guy in the video was like, "Holy shit, whatever," and then, like, you know, then I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even hear it or whatever. And then, like, 15 minutes later, another truck does a very similar flip or whatever. She jumps up on the couch and throws her hands up and goes, "Holy shit!" really loud. And I was like, no, great usage, but, like, that's exactly when you do say it, but don't say that as a grown-up word. But I'm like, I'm like, you did use it in proper context. I'm like, that's great. Like, you're learning, but don't learn that one. But, like, it's like, so because of the farm thing. Yeah. So basically, because of the farm, she learned her first curse word.
Man.
That was my first curse word.
I just made that connection. Thank you for
that. One thing I wanted to bring up, I don't know if we'll keep this in or not, is a lot of people, so people that have families, like bigger families, a lot of times will look at the price of, like, admission, like if they have kids that are older than 10, like say you have, you know, 2 kids, 2 adults, you know, you're looking at whatever,
or like Jesse
60.
Daniels' family.
Yeah, they bring all 18 of their kids. Yeah, no, there's been hundreds and hundreds just on admission. No, yeah, so like a lot of people come like, man, it was like over $100 for admission just because they had to pay to park, and then they had like 5 kids over the age of 10. And then, I don't know, some people that don't go there or haven't been there and experienced the festival, and they don't know what's included. And, you know, you just mentioned there's like all these free shows that are like super cool. Like they're not just really like lame shows. Like they are super entertaining. They're really cool. They're happening at multiple times throughout the day, so you can see every single show. They don't all happen at the same time, so you literally see every single free show and get your money's worth right there.
Yeah.
Plus the hay ride's free. But the other thing is a lot of people don't know that the farm is a working farm throughout the year. They have a petting zoo, produce market, obviously the campground, and the petting zoo. There's a fee, and that petting zoo, it includes the tiny town and the kids games, but it's like, how much is it? $12?
It's usually $12 a person.
$12 a person, even kids.
Yeah, so the Pumpkin Festival is $15 a person, and the petting zoo is included in that.
Yeah.
So if you want to come to just the petting zoo anyway, you're only spending $3 extra to get all the rest of this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, we just try to go as low as we could for $15 because of all the entertainment we bring in. Like, you know, that's not free for us. We're paying them, so it is included when they get into admission. So, I mean, we try to keep it as low as we can. And the reason it's kids 10 and under are free is because we know the kids that are 10 or under, they're the ones that most likely want to do like the face painting that they have to pay for, the pony rides that they have to pay for. So we're like, you know, we're not going to charge for kids when they're going to be the ones spending the money on the face painting, the pony rides. So we didn't want to
Well, plus, I mean, as a parent of young children myself, I know that $15 a person is what it costs to eat at Chick-fil-A these days.
Oh,
and you see, there's a line wrapped around that building, so there's no excuse not to pay $15 to go to a farm. I see all at Chick-fil-A every day. I know how much you're spending on food. You can go to a pumpkin festival and spend a little bit of money.
I think the FloBros should get their face painted.
I want to be like one of the guys from Kiss.
That's funny. We'll have to see. I'll get a butterfly.
What the options are, yeah.
You would get a butterfly. Blake said
I want a little butterfly on my lower back.
When Blake used to go, when I first met Blake, first of all, his first question was, do your parents own Hunsader Farms? And the second thing, we were talking about the Pumpkin Festival, and he was like, oh my gosh, the butterfly tent was my favorite thing.
Bro, you go in
and then they
land on you, dude.
Yeah.
You buy like a stick of like, I don't know, sugar or something, and then you go in and then they land on this. Dude, I was like 7. It was freaking cool.
Seven, not the tractors weren't your favorite thing, the butterflies.
I mean,
You know what's funny is like
Awkward.
any other time in life in Florida when bugs land on you, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But like when you go into a room that has bugs, butterflies, whatever.
Yeah.
But you go in there and you get excited. It's the only time you get excited in Florida when a bug lands on you.
To defend myself, that was not my favorite part of the Pumpkin Festival. My favorite part of the Pumpkin Festival back in the day was the Civil War reenactment. That was the coolest thing freaking ever. When I was a kid, I loved that. Literally revolutionary and British soldiers firing muskets at each other, cannons going off. It was the coolest thing ever. But then but then they stopped doing it because I think the guy passed away and it just like it moved on. But they don't do it anymore. Yeah. But when I was a kid.
That was cool.
So
you
then
could
once-
feel
Just out of
the...
curiosity, did you ever switch the winning teams every once in a while just to mix things up?
Do people like remember history?
Okay, so I got something for you. Do you guys remember in front of the courthouse in downtown Bradenton, there used to be a Confederate statue in front of the courthouse?
I feel like all over the country there used to be a lot of Confederate
Yeah.
statues.
So I think it was like
What happened?
early 2000s. They somebody got sensitive and took it down. Said heritage, we're removing this. But the thing was up there since like the 50s or 60s, and then it took a
Well, the funniest thing to me about all of, like the funniest thing about history.
I don't remember that.
yeah.
History
it was early
includes
2000s.
History includes negative things too. You can't just
Yeah.
erase the negative, and
Yeah.
that's like the weirdest thing about all this stuff to me. Like bad stuff happened in the past too. Like it's still part of history, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was
No, for sure.
It was a Confederate statue. It was more like I think it was like an obelisk type of looking thing.
Yeah.
I think it said General Lee on it or something like that.
Can't say that anymore either.
But yeah, because it was in the right there in the old courthouse. Because when you go downtown Bradenton, there's the old courthouse and the new courthouse. It was in where the gazebo is at, where you get married outside. It was like right there.
I think going back to my point, if you switch the winning team and reenacted it, I think it would draw a huge crowd down here in the South.
It would. South will rise
The
again.
South will rise again. Woo!
Yeah.
Look at we win every year out there at the farm.
that would bring some press. Holy.
This is all jokes, guys. I shouldn't have to say this on camera.
Yeah.
Kind of like last time, or not last time, but over at Guac's place when I mentioned that I don't think that Salt Life represents Florida.
Yes. Uh-huh.
That's my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
There might be a guy out there that thinks Salt Life 100% represents Florida,
Yeah.
and that's his opinion. And he's completely entitled to it.
Yep.
Like, my favorite color might be blue, yours is red. That doesn't mean you're wrong. Like, no, that is a horrible color. Blue is the only correct color. And it's just so funny that, like, we have to say this stuff. Like, it's like, even Joe Rogan and, like, all these big-time comedians have to explain that my entire job is making stuff up to make you laugh. And I shouldn't have to stand here and explain to you that this is a joke. Yeah. And so it's, I don't know. It's just, that just came to my mind was that Salt Life thing when, you know, the South jokes and the freaking.
Well, people get so sensitive and butthurt when your opinion doesn't align with theirs, so they take it negatively.
Yeah.
And think that somebody's got to be wrong or right, and that's the problem with society.
Yeah, well, we live in this we live in this time of like love, tolerance, acceptance, all this stuff.
Right.
As long as you believe exactly everything that I believe, and as long as your opinion's exactly the same as mine,
Don't
then
disagree.
it's love, tolerance, and whatever. But like, and the funny thing is, the funny thing about the word tolerance is, it doesn't mean you have to agree with me. It doesn't mean you have to like me. It's literally the word tolerate.
Yeah.
Can you tolerate me? Like, I mean, like seriously, like think about it. Like, I'm not saying you have to love me or like my opinion or agree with anything, but all I'm asking is just tolerate me.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the sensitivity rose up with the social media.
Absolutely.
Social media has made a lot of people be more sensitive.
It gave the lowest percentage of people the biggest mouth.
Yes.
And that's the thing. And we listen to the people that get offended by everything. And we've talked about it before, but it's like it's just unbelievable that like we live in this time where we have to sugarcoat everything and like we have to like be so careful around such a small percentage of people.
Like I just
Bleep
said the
out
word.
words.
I just said the word.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people are going to get upset about that.
Well, the funny thing is that word that you just said, we don't know what you said because it's probably been muted twice already in this
I might have
podcast.
bleeped it out. I don't know.
So whatever that word was that you said, I didn't even hear it because it's bleeped out.
Yeah. Like in a podcast, like we don't want to be this podcast that when people think of it, they go, oh, they put us in a box. Like we're Florida, but we would love to have people on that have a difference of opinion. Like we're not going to like sit here and like you're wrong. Or they'll be like, "You're wrong." It's like, no, like we all have a conversation with anybody. Like we don't care.
I think both sides sound stupid when you get too far. Personally, You know, so it's like I can meet in the middle with a lot of people on a lot of political things, a lot of religious things. I can meet in the middle with a lot of people, and I think more people need to be like that because I got caught up in one side of the political thing for a while there, the previous elections, and now I look at both sides of it. I'm like, both sides, when they go fully the other direction, I'm like, you guys both sound as crazy as each other.
Yeah.
And it's like and you're alienating the other side just because they might have a different sign in their front yard. And it's so insane to me that like we've divided ourselves up so much. Like you got different races, different religions, you got different ethnicities, you got different cultures, you got different music. I mean, you got so many different divisions in the world that it's like, and then now we're stacking opinions on top of it to where if you don't like the same thing as me, we automatically can't be friends anymore. And it's just crazy that like that's just where we're at.
And one thing is, a lot of people, I mean, some people are limited based off of finances to get cultured, like to leave the country or to like go into different parts of our country. Like people can't travel just based off finances. But once you start traveling the country and traveling the world in general, you get more of a outside view of like, wait, what the crap? Like, why are we so divided? Like every country looks at us and goes, why are you divided? Like they make fun of us almost, or like they tell us our downside. Like you'll even look at like the people coming from like Cuba and stuff, like Pitbull. I remember during that one thing, he was talking on a podcast or a show, and he was like, I came from a communist or a socialist country, and I know that all these people that are pushing for socialist like agendas in this country, or he's like, he looks at our country, he's like, we're getting divided. It's like, that's what they do.
That is what they do.
To bring in to socialism or communism into a country, they divide everybody.
They control the media, they divide the people, they create scenarios where everybody's divided.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
The farm.
Oh yeah. Anyways, Hunsader Farms, we got a pumpkin festival coming up, right?
Yeah,
Rachel's still here, everybody.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, we just dragged her through that mess. So.
I don't know how much we'll use of that, but that's great. So yeah, it's fall here in Florida, and we have Rachel Hunsader with Hunsader Farms here, and she got to promote the Pumpkin Festival, and I mean, she's cute. I married her.
I go see.
You fell in love with the farmer's daughter.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Yeah.
He's become. He's learned how to do some farm things now.
Yeah, I did bring it up in one of the podcasts. I was like, I used to be this little beach bum surfer kid, and then I bought my first pair of boots and cowboy hat with you.
Oh, I saw that.
Learned how to drive a tractor.
He's gone country.
Yeah.
Look at him
Looks
move.
like now I'm a country boy. Yeehaw! Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta work on that.
I think I had to teach Blake how to use tools.
I mean, well, I didn't have to use tools until until you have a house and you're building crap and have to fix stuff. And once you start buying toys, then you have to learn how to fix them toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Like a lift kit on a golf cart.
Yeah. Let's go.
That I will never do that again.
I did it once too.
If the bolts weren't so rusty on it, my dad had to come and grind one off because we couldn't get it.
Well, the instructions say 2 hours or less or whatever.
It took me 17 hours.
Wow.
And it said it would take 4. And
my neighbor and I did his, and it took like 2 days.
And it's because I couldn't get the bolts off.
If there was step-by-step directions, it would be more helpful.
They were mostly step-by-step directions, but some stuff was left out.
There's like 7 steps, but there was like 100 steps though.
And it switches language 3 times and.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that I'm not riding it one day and it just like falls apart.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, my neighbor and I did his, and we were definitely drinking some beers and stuff when it was happening. And he's had his for a couple years now, and it's still going down the road.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
I have pretty good confidence that you with the farm experience probably did a pretty good job getting that thing put together. I don't know if you let him touch it. I'm not sure, but
no. I let her do it. Yeah. She would call me and be like, hey, can you help me with 1 thing, 2 things? I'd help her, and then and I'm like, all right, have fun.
Can you hold my screwdriver?
But I like doing stuff like that, and I want to be able to say like I did it myself. So he ordered a back seat for it.
Oh yeah.
And he came home early one day, and I wasn't getting home till like 5 o'clock, and I said, "Don't touch that. I want to do it." He's like, "I know."
So were the roles,
like, I got a podcast edit anyway.
Were the roles reversed, and you were yelling at him for not holding the flashlight and stuff, right? Like, I need you to hold the flashlight like this. Like
she learned from her dad. She learned from her dad.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. She's like, well, why is it shaking?
And when she threw tools, you had to go get them. And...
No, I'm the one that gets frustrated with tools.
Yeah. I'm pretty calm.
Yeah.
When it's
Yeah,
that.
she's calm with like stuff like that. I get really
Yeah,
frustrated.
he'll just like throw something all across the yard, and I was like, "What's the point of that?" Now you gotta go get up and go get it and get the mud off of it. And I was like, "You could have just chilled out."
That's how I am with technical things, like my Xbox controller, my
Yes.
phone. Like when technical things don't work, I lose my mind. If
Me
I'm working on a
too.
car or like a house project, anything, I'm chill. Like I work on the house project, whatever. Granted, it took me like 6 months to finish my shower. That was a little too chill. but like when it comes to the house stuff, I don't have that. But for some reason, technology, like if you want to find out the kind of person somebody is, and this is a meme too, but give them a slow internet connection and see how they react. That's how you find out the true nature of a human being.
Yeah.
Is to let them use a slow device and see what happens. And
Yeah.
that's when my true colors show for sure.
Especially, well, yeah. I was gonna say like kids nowadays, technology's
Kids
so
these
fast.
days.
Kids these days don't know what dial-up is.
We're still
Dude.
happy
They
to have
don't know
electricity.
they don't know what typing in someone's phone number is. Like everyone's contacts already in their phones.
And they don't even listen to jazz music.
Yeah, they don't even
Yeah.
have cocaine in their Coca-Cola anymore.
What was that word? It just got bleeped out.
White powdery substance that's
Enhancement.
illegal.
Burger sugar.
I think we can say that one.
Yeah,
Does it actually like
booger sugar.
silence that word?
No, I bleep it out.
Oh, you bleep it
yeah.
out.
Yeah, they use AI to scan videos now.
oh.
So it used to be you just couldn't type words in, but the video is
Yeah.
fine. But now
Yeah.
they actually use AI to listen to videos, and it'll flag words even in
Yeah.
a video now. So no human even has to sit there and listen to it. AI is like, he said this word, he said
Yeah.
that word.
The something fun that's
Spotify is pretty cool, but like YouTube and Instagram
Yeah.
and all them, they're real commie about it.
Yeah, something that's really fun to do is to someone that's not even cussing or even saying anything that should be bleeped. You just start bleeping words out of their
I've
sentence.
seen people do that.
and it's very comical.
Yeah.
Especially
There's a TikTok page that does that.
Yeah, like taking like let's say like the president. It's like saying a speech and you start bleeping out random words and make them say something really crazy.
I saw one with one of those like
Pretty
super
funny.
energetic evangelist pastors.
Oh snap!
I saw a video
That's
like that where there's a
funny.
pastor like,
Whoop-ah!
"Ah, you just," and I was like
Yeah.
beeping out every couple words, and it was like this pastor looked like he was up
Yeah.
there cursing out the crowd, and they showed
funny,
the original
dude.
speech for like 10 seconds, and then they showed the one with all the beeps and stuff in there.
It's funny.
It is pretty funny.
Do you want to win one of my handmade Florida flags? I'm JD, founder and owner of FLOrigins. Check out FLOrigins.com for all of our art apparel and accessories. For every $3 you spend is equal to 1 entry to winning one of our handmade Florida flags. Why are you still here? Go to FLOrigins.com. So the Pumpkin Festival is going on every year. What else do you guys have going on out there at the farm?
Everything kind of changes seasonally, but when we're open from September until the beginning of June, we have our produce market available. We have U-Picks. You can come and pick your own produce. We have strawberries, tomatoes, beans, peas, eggplant, peppers, seasonally, so it changes. We have like our ice cream shop, our petting zoo. That's open year-round except for Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving. And yeah, people don't know that they can come out when it's not Pumpkin Fest. So you can come out, you can camp, see the animals, get your produce.
Little town.
Oh yeah, the tiny town. The kids love that.
Oh, my daughter
Yeah.
loves that.
And
Yeah.
don't you have a flower festival too?
Oh yes, so we do. You pick flowers as well. That's a big thing. And then last year was our first annual flower festival. So we want to keep that going as well.
And that's in the spring?
yes.
Yeah.
Last year it was in April.
April. It's a perfect time of the year. Yeah, I haven't been to it, but I went out to the farm and man, just at
For the
end of it-
blackberries?
yeah, and the flowers that were still growing in some of the
yeah.
spots, like I could see
My daughter's
I
done the
could see-
flower
I
picking
could
thing,
see
too.
Yeah.
people
People
just
love it.
frolicking through
Yeah.
the fields and
Yeah,
selfing out the ass.
walking my dogs.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably like running rampant with influencers out there taking selfies and
Yes,
stuff.
they make influencer beds. So instead of hog beds that the pigs make, they make influencer beds in the flowers.
Like, what do you mean? Like they put a blanket down?
No, if you walk around, like, if you walk around a field and you see like dirt dug up, you're like, oh man, there are hogs here.
Yeah.
If you walk around the flower field, you'll see sections of flowers smushed down where like it's like a perfect like shape of like bodies. That's an influencer bed
Oh,
because
no
they
way.
sit there and
Yeah.
take pictures.
I was just joking. I didn't think that. Oh my goodness.
Influencers in the wild.
So if I
Hashtag
wanna be-
influencers in the
Influencers
wild.
in the wild.
So if I
Yeah.
really want to be like a real influencer.
Oh yeah.
You have to lay down.
You gotta
You
bring
think
your sundress.
Next
You need to
springtime, I
come
should go
out.
out there and
You got to frolic in the
make
fields.
myself an influencer bed. And
Yep.
Yeah. Photo
Lay in the bed-
shoots.
lay in
a
the
lot
bed
of
that I
people
made.
come out.
Influencer beds. I have
Yeah.
pictures on my
That's
phone.
a real thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have
You're dead
pictures.
serious.
Well, she created.
Well, no, I made the name. I was like, just
Copy.
joking
No,
Copyright.
around.
well, yeah, but I mean, wow.
Yeah.
She'd
People
be
are doing
walking
it.
down the path of the
I was
flowers, and then
literally
there'd
just
just be
like-
like someone's body outline, just like.
Or it's just like just spots where like 2 or 3 butts would fit.
yeah, because they love sitting down. And,
Man, I thought I was just throwing a joke out there. This is a real thing.
It is.
I just pictured like
It's huge.
I just pictured like exactly the type of person that would go out there and do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I see all the selfies like of influencers and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
laying around in pumpkins and flowers. It seems like
Yeah.
the perfect one. It's springtime, throwing
So
a little
many.
sundress.
They
and-
love it so much they come out all year round
When we don't have
when we don't
flowers.
have flowers to like take
Do you have to
pictures
like
of
spray them off
flowers.
with garden hoses like a stray animal? Like
hippies, like hippies.
They're just in the middle of the field being like, "Where are the flowers?"
go on, get.
That is
get.
a true story.
It does happen.
Get outta here,
It does
go.
happen.
That happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday there were 2 girls in the middle of the mowed field. Not in the middle, but they were like right on the edge of the roadway, like the dirt roadway. My dad called me. He's like, "There's 2 girls walking over by the field." And I was like, "What?" So I was like, "Do you girls need help finding something?" And it's like, flowers. And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Flowers." And I'm like, "We don't have flowers right now." They're like, "We're confused where the flowers are." And I was
This is
like, "We
hilarious.
don't have flowers right now." I was like, "Even when we do, you can't walk out here."
Yeah, get your UGG boots. We got pumpkins now. We're taking the wrong pictures.
Yeah, you can have the
You're
other part.
supposed to wear yoga pants.
Don't
and a
add the
flannel
part
shirt.
where-
Yeah. I will.
Yeah, I was like, and then the next day, or it might have been that day, the same day. There was like a group of like 4 girls got out of their car. They had their like cowgirl boots on.
Yeah. Ready for photos.
Yeah, and I was like, I bet you anything they were looking for the flowers, and they went inside our camp store to ask, and they did. They're asking where the flowers were. We don't have anywhere on our website that says we have flowers right now. So
And whenever we post about the flowers, we strictly say in the spring or.
So for
only-
me, being into social media thing though,
Yeah.
the timing is wrong. You're in the wrong season. Your content needs to be relevant. Like that's like me posting hurricane videos at Christmas. Like
Yeah.
I mean flower videos in the fall. Like you're in the wrong season.
I know.
yes,
You need to step your game up, girls.
But
Like
dude,
I mean,
but flowers, is there a season for flowers? Flowers are all the time.
Down here they are.
yeah, down here they are. If you're like up
Yeah.
in like up north or something. Like
Yeah, what grows up north in the winter?
Like if
A northerner? I don't know.
a
Christmas tree.
I think you could probably
pine
find
tree.
northerners in the north during the winter. That's probably pretty likely. I think that's like their natural habitat.
That's awesome. So basically, they can find out all the information about the farm on Facebook, Instagram, the website. Everything will be in the description on this show. But it's Hunsader Farms, hunsaderfarms.com, at Hunsader Farms. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the website.
And the soon to come Hunsader store, right?
HunsaderFarms.store, baby. You'll be
Y'all
able to
are
buy
gonna have-
apparel and accessories online.
All your
Yes,
farm
sir.
stuff. Yeah,
All
that's
your farm
cool. That's
stuff.
a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
If you guys want, I can give you a couple Pumpkin Fest passes to do a giveaway.
Giveaway.
That'd be cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That
That'd
would be
be
a good
awesome.
idea.
Should we do a photo? I didn't know you could do photos. I knew you could
I
do
didn't
like
either.
gifts and stuff, but
Maybe it's just that.
Is it
Yeah.
GIFs or
Oh.
GIFs?
GIF.
I say
GIF.
I say GIFs.
Maybe that's why I
GIFs?
say GIFs.
No, I
'cause
say.
he's-
Wait.
I don't know. I change it every time.
well, is it Yoshi or Yashi?
Oh my god!
What?
Oh,
She hasn't seen that episode yet.
I thought she did.
no! Which one?
I did not know that. I wouldn't have brought that up.
That was great. That was
But
great.
he
This
says
has to
all the
stay in.
time.
That's
Like
awesome.
I
I
know
love
that he says
her face. That's priceless.
She looked at it like, you know
Yashi.
something that you should know. Like, what?
But you know what? I've been playing Super Mario.
Since-
We have like the Super Nintendo from like 1990 or whatever. And I have been playing that since I was like 4 years old. And I've just always said Yashi since I was
Yeah.
little. So I just say Yashi. And he's always like, Yoshi.
She still says it.
I do.
She still says it.
That's the best console, that Super Nintendo.
It is.
And that Super Mario World is the one you're playing. Yeah,
Yes.
that was the best Mario. Like the Mario
It was.
64 was pretty cool because you could
Yeah.
go around in different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Super Nintendo
No,
was.
I wasn't into
It-
64. Our Super Nintendo was my favorite.
It really was. Yeah, it had a lot
what
of
was
good
that
games.
What was the racing game where the cards had like little faces? Like it was a racing game.
FX?
No, it was like a cartoon car game.
Oh,
Are you-
Twisted Metal.
Oh no, that's not the one I'm talking about.
you know what
Are you
Twisted
talking
Metal
about Mario
on
Kart?
PlayStation? No.
No.
It's the cars themselves had like little faces. It was like little.
Oh, the cars.
I'm trying to remember the name of it, but Twisted freaking Metal.
Twisted
My
Metal.
sister and
Ice
I.
cream
have
truck.
kids.
My sister and I used
That's
to beat
sour.
that game every afternoon.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal 2 on PlayStation.
Yeah.
We would beat that game. Sorry, we're trying to end this thing.
All right, so yeah, give us a follow on Instagram for more updates on this giveaway. Well, thanks, Rach, for coming on and talking about the farm. That's awesome. I'll see you later. What's for dinner?
Whatever you pick up on the way home.
I think that needs to stay in there.
Yeah, it does.
This episode of the FloBro Show is brought to you by FLOrigins, Florida's most authentic lifestyle brand. Celebrate the rich culture and vibrant spirit of Florida with FLOrigins high-quality apparel, handcrafted art, and unique accessories. Visit FLOrigins.com and use code FLOBRO, FLOBRO, for an exclusive discount. You can find the links to the FLOrigins gear we are wearing and the art on the studio wall in the description box below.